Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a tutorial where we look at the 5 most common chord types in music. Throughout today I'm demonstrating on the E-flat alto saxophone and I'll be referring to the key of G throughout on the alto saxophone. The theory behind chord construction, however, is identical on any instrument. Let's start looking at those different chord types. The first is the major chord, built from the first, third and fifth notes from the major scale. So in the key of G, those 3 notes would be G, B and D. The next type we look at is the minor chord, built from the major scale by choosing the first, third flat and fifth notes from the major scale. So again in the key of G, G, B flat and D make up the notes of a G minor chord. The next chord family we'll look at is augmented. An augmented chord is made by playing the first, third and fifth sharp notes from the major scale. So in G major, we would have G, B and D sharp. Now we move to the diminished chord. A diminished chord is played using the first, third flat and fifth flat notes from the major scale. So again in G, those 3 notes would be G, B flat and D flat. Now finally, the dominant 7th chord, it's just generally called the 7th chord, is made up of the first, third, fifth and 7th flat notes from the major scale. So it's a 4-note chord as opposed to the previous chords which only had 3 notes in them. In the key of G, 1, 3, 5, 7 flat from a G scale, G, B, D and F natural. Now it's one thing to play each individual chord and master major, minor, augmented, diminished and 7th individually. But in music we have to get used to playing chord progressions. So I'm now going to play all of those chords non-stop, one after the other. Now this is not a reading exercise. I strongly recommend that you memorize the chord formulas so that in any key you can work out what the notes are, and practice this on your instrument. It doesn't matter what instrument it is, any single note instrument, you're confronted with the same problem as on the saxophone. We don't strike those notes at the same time. Technically, we are playing what they call arpeggios, broken chords. Now, I'll put the notes that I'm playing up on the screen just in case you're struggling to remember what the notes are, but please don't just read this. You'll learn nothing by reading the music. You need to get these formulas and get those notes under your fingers and in your mind. I've written this exercise in 2/4 timing. If you want to play along with me, I'll count in 2 bars of 2 beats at the start. Okay, 1, 2, 2. It's really important on any instrument to master the fundamental chord families of music, and the 5 we've looked at today are found in all types of music. I hope you've enjoyed that. Bye for now.